Are you tired of feeling like a goldfish with a shattered attention span, constantly distracted and struggling to stay focused and productive? Fear not, my friend. We've got the ultimate solution to help you fix your attention span, improve your focus, and unlock unstoppable productivity. Prepare to embark on a transformative journey where you will master game-changing techniques like single tasking, interval timers, digital detoxes, and discipline mastery. How to optimize your environment, identify your golden focus window, and embrace the art of mindful slowness and active listening. By the end, you'll be a laser-focused, energized powerhouse, reclaiming control over your time and attention span like never before. Get ready to experience a productivity revolution that will leave you feeling accomplished and in command of your life. 1. Mindset Makeover, Unraveling the Procrastination Puzzle. Alright, let's cut the crap and get real about this productivity-killing monster called procrastination. We've all been there, staring at a blank screen or an endless to-do list, feeling like our brain is a hamster on a wheel, running in circles but going nowhere. Procrastination is the ultimate focus destroyer, and it's time we had a brutally honest heart-to-heart about this pesky little habit that's been holding us back from reaching our full potential. Here's the cold, hard truth. Procrastination isn't just a bad habit, it's a symptom of something deeper. Often we procrastinate because we're overwhelmed, afraid of failure, or simply lack the motivation to tackle a task. But here's the kicker. Procrastination is a vicious cycle that only breeds more stress, anxiety, and self-loathing, making it even harder to get started and stay focused. Think about it this way. When you're trying to lose weight, you don't just starve yourself and expect the pounds to melt away magically. You need to change your mindset, your habits, and your approach to food and exercise. The same goes for productivity and focus. If you want to fix your attention span and stay productive for longer, you need to do a mindset makeover and conquer those distractions head on. Take a look at successful entrepreneurs, athletes, or even your high-achieving friends. They didn't get to where they are by procrastinating and letting distractions rule their lives. They developed a mindset of discipline, determination, and a willingness to tackle challenges head on. They understood that procrastination is the enemy of progress, and they made a conscious effort to rewire their thinking and reclaim their focus. Remember that time you had a big project due, and you left it until the last minute? The stress, the sleepless nights, and the subpar work you ended up producing. That's the price of procrastination. But think about how much better you felt when you planned ahead, broke the task down into manageable chunks, and tackled it with focus and determination. The sense of accomplishment and pride you felt was worth every ounce of effort, wasn't it? It's time to stop making excuses and start making progress. Embrace the mindset makeover, and let's conquer those distractions together. Unravel the real reasons behind your procrastination tendencies and shift your thinking to a more productive or fixed mindset. It won't be easy, but nothing worth having ever is. Trust me, your future self will thank you for taking control of your attention span and staying productive for longer periods. 2. Harnessing timers for enhanced productivity. Raise your hand if you've ever found yourself spiraling down a rabbit hole of distractions, only to emerge hours later, dazed and confused, wondering where the time went. We've all been there, my friends. In today's world of constant notifications, endless scrolling, and shiny new distractions around every corner, it's a miracle we get anything done at all. But fear not, for I have a secret weapon to share with you. A productivity hack so powerful, it'll make you feel like a superhero of focus and efficiency. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Interval power harnessing timers for enhanced productivity. Let's face it, our attention spans are shorter than a goldfish's these days. We live in a world of constant stimulation where our brains are constantly bombarded with new information, making it increasingly difficult to stay focused on a single task for an extended period. Enter the magic of interval timers. By breaking your work into manageable chunks, separated by short breaks, you can trick your brain into staying engaged and focused for longer periods. It's like giving your brain a little treat every time it successfully completes a focused work session. But don't just take my word for it. This technique is backed by science and has been used by some of the most productive people in the world. The Pomodoro technique, for example, is a popular interval-based method that involves working in 25-minute bursts, followed by 5-minute breaks. It's like a workout for your brain, and just like physical exercise, it gets easier and more effective the more you do it. And let's not forget the real-world examples of successful people who swear by this technique. From writers and artists to entrepreneurs and scientists, many high achievers have embraced the power of interval timers to boost their productivity and focus. They understood that our brains are not wired for endless hours of uninterrupted work, and by respecting their natural rhythms, they were able to achieve more in less time. So, my fellow productivity warriors, it's time to embrace the power of intervals and timers. Say goodbye to endless distractions and hello to laser-sharp focus and efficiency. Trust me, once you experience the magic of this technique, you'll wonder how you ever got anything done without it. Just remember, like any new habit, it might take some time to get used to, but stick with it. And before you know it, you'll be a productivity powerhouse, knocking out tasks left and right with the focus and determination of a Zen master. Who knows, you might even find yourself enjoying the process and feeling a sense of accomplishment that no Netflix binge could ever match. 3. Single task mastery, the end of multitasking madness. Alright, let's be real here, folks. How many of you have tried to juggle multiple tasks at once, only to end up feeling like a circus clown who's dropped all the balls? We've all been there, attempting to write an email while scrolling through social media and half listening to a podcast, only to realize that none of those tasks were actually accomplished with any semblance of quality or focus. Well, my friends, it's time to put an end to this multitasking madness once and for all. Introducing single task mastery. The end of multitasking madness. Let's be brutally honest here. Multitasking is a myth. Our brains are simply not wired to effectively switch between multiple tasks simultaneously. What we're actually doing is rapidly shifting our attention from one task to another, which not only decreases our productivity, but also increases our chances of making mistakes and feeling overwhelmed. By embracing single tasking, you're giving your full attention to one task at a time, allowing you to fully immerse yourself in the task at hand and tackle it with laser-sharp focus and efficiency. It's like having a superpower that allows you to block out all distractions and fully concentrate on the task at hand. But don't just take my word for it. Numerous studies have shown that single tasking not only increases productivity, but also reduces stress levels and improves overall well-being. When you're not constantly switching between tasks, your brain has the opportunity to fully engage with the task at hand, leading to better quality work and a greater sense of accomplishment. Think about the last time you tried to multitask during an important project or assignment. Did you find yourself constantly switching between tasks, losing focus, and feeling overwhelmed? Now, imagine tackling that same project by giving it your undivided attention, one task at a time. Chances are you would have completed it more efficiently, with fewer mistakes and a greater sense of satisfaction. And let's not forget the real-world examples of successful people who have embraced single tasking. From writers and artists to entrepreneurs and scientists, many high achievers have realized that true productivity lies in focusing on one task at a time, without the constant distractions and interruptions that come with multitasking. So, my fellow productivity warriors, it's time to bid farewell to the multitasking madness and embrace the power of single tasking. Trust me, once you experience the clarity and focus that comes with tackling one task at a time, you'll wonder how you ever survived the chaos of multitasking. Just remember, like any new habit, it might take some time to adjust to this new way of working, but stick with it, and before you know it, you'll be a productivity powerhouse, knocking out tasks with precision and efficiency that would make even the most seasoned professionals jealous. Who knows? You might even find yourself enjoying the process and feeling a sense of accomplishment that no multitasking frenzy could ever match. So, let's raise a glass, or a single tasking to-do list, to the end of multitasking madness and the beginning of a new era of focus and productivity. 4. Digital detox. Raise your hand if you've ever found yourself mindlessly scrolling through social media, only to look up and realize that an hour, or 2, or 3, has somehow vanished into the digital abyss. We've all been there, my friends, trapped in the endless cycle of notifications, pings, and digital distractions that seem to have taken over our lives like a relentless virus, slowly eroding our ability to focus and be present. But fear not, productivity warriors, for I have a solution so simple yet so powerful. It might just change the way you approach focus and productivity forever. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Digital detox. Let's be brutally honest here. Our digital devices have become more than just tools. They've become digital leashes, tying us to a constant stream of distractions that can derail even the most focused among us. From the allure of social media notifications to the siren call of endless email threads, it's all too easy to get sucked into a vortex of digital noise that leaves us feeling frazzled, unfocused, and unproductive. Think about the last time you tried to tackle an important task or project while constantly being bombarded by notifications and digital distractions. Did you find yourself struggling to stay focused, constantly getting sidetracked, and feeling like you were spinning your wheels? Now, imagine tackling that same task after a digital detox. No buzzing phones, no pinging emails, just you and the task at hand, fully present and engaged. But what if I told you that the key to reclaiming your focus and boosting your productivity lies in taking a step back from the digital world? By embarking on a digital detox, you're giving yourself the gift of presence, the ability to fully immerse yourself in the task at hand without the constant interruptions and distractions that come with our digital devices. It's like hitting the reset button on your brain, allowing you to clear the mental clutter and approach your work with a renewed sense of clarity and focus. And the best part, it's not about completely abandoning technology. Let's be real, that's not really an option in today's world, but rather about setting healthy boundaries and taking intentional breaks from the digital noise. It's about recognizing when the digital distractions are becoming too much and having the discipline to step away, even if just for a few hours, to allow your mind to recharge and refocus. And let's not forget the real-world examples of successful people who have embraced the power of digital detoxes. From writers and artists to entrepreneurs and scientists, many high achievers have realized that true productivity lies in disconnecting from the digital world, even if just for a few hours, to allow their minds to recharge and refocus. They understood that our brains are not wired for constant stimulation, and that true focus and creativity often emerge from moments of stillness and quiet. So, my fellow productivity warriors, it's time to break free from the shackles of digital distraction overload and embrace the power of the digital detox. Trust me, once you experience the clarity and focus that comes with unplugging from the digital noise, you'll wonder how you ever survived without it. Just remember, like any new habit, it might take some time to adjust to this newfound digital freedom. But stick with it, and before you know it, you'll be a productivity powerhouse, knocking out tasks with laser-sharp focus and a sense of presence that would make even the most seasoned Zen masters jealous. Who knows, you might even find yourself enjoying the process and feeling a sense of accomplishment that no digital distraction could ever match. So, let's raise a glass, or a good old-fashioned book, to the power of the digital detox and the beginning of a new era of focus and productivity. 5. Dopamine detox. Rewiring instant gratification habits. Alright, let's be real here, folks. In today's world of instant gratification, where we can summon virtually anything with the tap of a finger, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of constantly seeking that next dopamine hit. You know what I'm talking about. That little rush of pleasure you get when you check your phone for the 100th time, or when you mindlessly scroll through social media, or when you binge watch an entire season of your favorite show in one sitting. But here's the harsh truth. That fleeting dopamine high comes at a cost to our focus, our productivity, and our ability to stay present in the moment. Think about the last time you tried to tackle an important task or project, but found yourself constantly getting sidetracked by the allure of instant gratification. Maybe you checked your phone for just a minute and ended up falling down a social media rabbit hole. Or perhaps you decided to quickly check your email only to find yourself drowning in a sea of distractions. Now, Imagine tackling that same task after a dopamine detox. No constant urge to check your phone, no temptation to mindlessly scroll, just you and the task at hand, fully present and engaged. It's like unlocking a superpower of focus and concentration that you never knew you had. That's why I'm here to introduce you to a concept that might just change the game: dopamine detox, rewiring instant gratification habits. Let's be brutally honest. We live in a world that's designed to keep us hooked on instant gratification. From the endless stream of notifications on our devices to the addictive nature of social media, we're constantly bombarded with stimuli that trigger our brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and giving us that temporary high. But here's the thing, that constant dopamine rush is like a drug, and just like any addiction, it can have serious consequences. When we're constantly seeking that next hit of instant gratification, we're training our brains to crave distractions, making it increasingly difficult to stay focused on tasks that require sustained attention and effort. By embarking on a dopamine detox, you're essentially hitting the reset button on your brain's reward system. It's like going through a digital detox, but on a deeper level, you're breaking the cycle of instant gratification and rewiring your brain to find satisfaction in the process, not just the end result. And let's not forget the real-world examples of successful people who have embraced the power of dopamine detoxes. From writers and artists to entrepreneurs and scientists, many high achievers have realized that true productivity lies in breaking free from the shackles of instant gratification and cultivating the ability to stay focused and present even in the face of temptation. They understood that true success and fulfillment come from mastering the art of delayed gratification and embracing the journey, not just the destination. So, my fellow productivity warriors, it's time to break free from the instant gratification trap and embark on a dopamine detox journey. Trust me, once you experience the clarity and focus that comes with rewiring your brain's reward system, you'll wonder how you ever survived the constant barrage of distractions. Just remember, like any detox, it might be a little uncomfortable at first. You might find yourself craving that dopamine hit, but stick with it, and before you know it, you'll be a productivity powerhouse, knocking out tasks with laser-sharp focus and a sense of accomplishment that no instant gratification could ever match. Who knows, you might even find yourself enjoying the process and feeling a sense of control over your attention span that you never thought possible. So let's raise a glass, or a good old-fashioned book, to the power of the dopamine detox and the beginning of a new era of focus and productivity. 6. Discipline mastery, the key to unstoppable focus. Alright, let's be real here, folks. We've all been there, staring at a daunting task or project, feeling like a kid in a candy store, constantly getting distracted by every shiny object that catches our eye. Whether it's the siren call of social media, the allure of a Netflix binge, or the temptation to procrastinate with mindless activities, it's all too easy to lose focus and let our attention span slip through our fingers like sand. Think about the last time you tried to tackle an important project or assignment, but found yourself constantly getting sidetracked by distractions. Maybe you started off strong, but then your phone buzzed with a notification, and before you knew it, you were spiraling down a rabbit hole of social media or mindless web browsing. It's a frustrating cycle that we've all experienced, leaving us feeling unproductive, unfocused, and utterly defeated. But fear not, my friends, for I have a secret weapon to share with you, a superpower so potent it can transform even the most easily distracted among us into laser-focused productivity machines. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Discipline mastery, the key to unstoppable focus. Let's be brutally honest here. Discipline is the foundation upon which all productivity and focus are built. Without discipline, we're like ships without anchors, drifting aimlessly in a sea of distractions, constantly getting pulled in different directions by the currents of instant gratification and procrastination. But when you master the art of discipline, you unlock a level of focus and concentration that can propel you towards your goals with unstoppable force. Discipline is like a mental muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes, and the easier it is to stay on track, even in the face of temptation. By cultivating discipline, you're essentially training your brain to prioritize long-term goals over short-term gratification. It's like having a personal bodyguard for your attention span, shielding you from the constant barrage of distractions and keeping you laser focused on the task at hand. Now, imagine tackling that same task with the power of discipline by your side. You're able to silence your phone, close unnecessary tabs, and fully immerse yourself in the task at hand without the constant temptation to seek instant gratification. It's like having a superpower that allows you to stay focused and productive, even in the face of distractions. And let's not forget the real-world examples of successful people who have mastered the art of discipline. From athletes and artists to entrepreneurs and scientists, many high achievers have realized that true success lies in cultivating the discipline to stay focused and committed to their goals, even when the going gets tough. They understood that discipline is the key to unlocking their full potential and achieving greatness in their respective fields. So, my fellow productivity warriors, it's time to embrace the power of discipline and unlock the door to unstoppable focus. Trust me, once you experience the clarity and concentration that comes with mastering this essential skill, you'll wonder how you ever survived without it. Just remember, like any muscle, discipline takes time and effort to build. It might be a little uncomfortable at first, but stick with it, and before you know it, you'll be a productivity powerhouse, knocking out tasks with laser-sharp focus and a sense of accomplishment that would make even the most seasoned professionals jealous. Who knows, you might even find yourself enjoying the process and feeling a sense of control over your attention span that you never thought possible. So, let's raise a glass, or a disciplined to-do list, to the power of discipline mastery and the beginning of a new era of focus and productivity. 7. Embrace slowness, the art of mindful productivity. Let's be real here, folks. In our fast-paced, hustle and grind world, we've been conditioned to believe that faster is always better. We're constantly chasing the next deadline, the next project, the next goal, without ever taking a moment to pause and catch our breath. But what if I told you that the secret to true productivity and focus lies in the art of slowness? That's right, my friends. It's time to embrace slowness, the art of mindful productivity. Think about the last time you rushed through a task or project, constantly checking your phone or multitasking. Did you feel truly engaged and focused, or were you simply going through the motions, your mind constantly pulled in different directions? It's a frustrating cycle that many of us have experienced, leaving us feeling overwhelmed, unfocused, and utterly unproductive. Let's be brutally honest here. Our constant pursuit of speed and efficiency has come at a cost. We've become so focused on getting things done quickly that we've lost sight of the importance of being present and mindful in the moment. We multitask, we rush, we cram as much as possible into every waking hour, and yet we often find ourselves feeling overwhelmed, unfocused, and unproductive. But what if we took a step back and embraced the art of slowness? By slowing down and savoring the present moment, we're able to fully immerse ourselves in the task at hand, giving it our undivided attention and focus. It's like hitting the pause button on the chaos of our lives and allowing ourselves to truly engage with the work in front of us. Contrary to popular belief, embracing slowness doesn't mean sacrificing productivity. In fact, it can actually enhance it. When we're fully present and focused, we're able to work more efficiently, make fewer mistakes, and experience a deeper sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. Now, imagine tackling that same task with the art of slowness as your guide. You take a few deep breaths, silence your phone, and fully immerse yourself in the present moment. You savor each step of the process, giving it your undivided attention and focus. Chances are you'll not only produce better work, but you'll also experience a sense of calm and satisfaction that often eludes us in our fast-paced lives. And let's not forget the real-world examples of successful people who have embraced the art of slowness. From writers and artists to entrepreneurs and scientists, many high achievers have realized that true creativity and innovation often emerge from moments of stillness and mindfulness. They understood that by slowing down and being present, they were able to tap into a deeper well of focus and inspiration, allowing them to produce their best work. So, my fellow productivity warriors, it's time to embrace the art of slowness and experience the magic of mindful productivity. Trust me, once you experience the clarity and focus that comes with savoring the present moment, you'll wonder how you ever survived the constant hustle and grind. Just remember, like any new habit, it might take some time to adjust to this slower pace. But stick with it, and before you know it, you'll be a productivity powerhouse, knocking out tasks with laser-sharp focus and a sense of calm that would make even the most seasoned Zen masters jealous. Who knows? You might even find yourself enjoying the process and feeling a sense of control over your attention span that you never thought possible. So, let's raise a glass, or a mindfully sipped cup of tea, to the power of slowness and the beginning of a new era of focus and productivity. 8. Active listening, elevating your attention to new heights. Alright, let's be real here, folks. In a world filled with constant noise and distractions, it's all too easy to tune out and let our attention span wander. We've all been there, nodding along in a conversation while our minds are miles away, thinking about that email we need to send or the errands we need to run. But what if I told you that the secret to unlocking your full potential for focus and productivity lies in an often overlooked skill: active listening? Think about the last time you had a conversation with someone who was truly listening to you. Chances are you felt heard, understood, and valued. Now, contrast that with a conversation where the other person was clearly distracted, constantly checking their phone or letting their mind wander. It's a frustrating experience that leaves you feeling unimportant and disconnected. Let's be brutally honest here. Most of us are terrible listeners. We're so focused on formulating our next response or waiting for our turn to speak that we fail to truly listen and absorb what's being said. But active listening is more than just hearing words. It's about being fully present, engaged, and attentive to the person speaking. By honing your active listening skills, you're essentially training your brain to stay focused and present in the moment. It's like a workout for your attention span, strengthening your ability to block out distractions and fully immerse yourself in the task at hand, whether it's a conversation, a project, or a personal goal. But active listening isn't just about improving your focus and productivity. It's also about deepening connections and building stronger relationships. When you truly listen to someone, you're showing them respect, empathy, and genuine interest, qualities that are essential for fostering trust and understanding. Active listening can also be a game changer in professional settings. Imagine attending a meeting where everyone is fully engaged, actively listening to each other's ideas and perspectives. Not only will the meeting be more productive, but it will also foster a sense of collaboration and teamwork that can elevate your collective efforts to new heights. And let's not forget the real-world examples of successful people who have mastered the art of active listening. From leaders and negotiators to therapists and coaches, many high achievers have realized that truly listening is the key to understanding others, building trust, and achieving meaningful results. They understood that by being fully present and engaged, they were able to gain valuable insights and perspectives that would have otherwise been missed. So, my fellow productivity warriors, it's time to embrace the power of active listening and elevate your attention to new heights. Trust me, once you experience the clarity and focus that comes with truly listening, you'll wonder how you ever survived the constant noise and distractions. Just remember, like any new skill, active listening takes practice and patience. But stick with it, and before you know it, you'll be a master of focus and connection, able to navigate even the most challenging conversations and tasks with ease and grace. Who knows, you might even find yourself enjoying the process and feeling a sense of fulfillment that comes from truly understanding and connecting with others. So, let's raise a glass, or lend an attentive ear to the power of active listening and the beginning of a new era of focus and productivity. 9. Peak productivity hours, unveiling your golden focus window. We've all had those days where we feel like a productivity powerhouse, knocking out tasks left and right with laser-sharp focus and efficiency. And then there are those other days where we feel like a zombie, struggling to stay awake and focused, let alone get anything done. But what if I told you that the secret to unlocking your full potential lies in identifying your own personal golden focus window? Think about the last time you tried to power through an important project or task during a time when you were feeling sluggish and unfocused. Did you find yourself constantly getting distracted, struggling to stay on task, and producing subpar work? It's a frustrating experience that leaves you feeling unproductive, unfocused, and utterly defeated. Let's be brutally honest here. We all have different internal clocks and rhythms that dictate when we're at our most productive and focused. For some, it might be the early morning hours when the world is quiet and the distractions are minimal. For others, it might be late at night when the chaos of the day has subsided and they can finally focus without interruptions. But here's the thing, trying to force productivity during times when your brain and body aren't naturally primed for it is like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's a recipe for frustration, burnout, and subpar results. By identifying your personal peak productivity hours, that magical window of time when your focus and energy levels are at their highest, you're essentially unlocking the key to optimizing your schedule and maximizing your output. It's like having a superpower that allows you to tackle your most important tasks with ease and efficiency, leaving you feeling accomplished and energized. Imagine tackling that same project during your golden focus window, when your brain is firing on all cylinders and your energy levels are at their peak. The difference in productivity and quality of work would be night and day. And let's not forget the real-world examples of successful people who have embraced the power of identifying and harnessing their peak productivity hours. From writers and artists to entrepreneurs and scientists, many high achievers have realized that true productivity lies in working smarter, not harder, and that means optimizing their schedules to align with their natural rhythms and energy levels. They understood that by respecting their body's natural cycles, they were able to achieve more in less time without sacrificing quality or burning themselves out. So, my fellow productivity warriors, it's time to embark on a journey of self-discovery and unveil your own personal golden focus window. Trust me, once you experience the magic of working during your peak productivity hours, you'll wonder how you ever survived the constant struggle of trying to force focus and efficiency during suboptimal times. Just remember, identifying your golden focus window might take some trial and error, but stick with it, and before you know it, you'll be a productivity powerhouse, knocking out tasks with ease and efficiency that would make even the most seasoned professionals jealous. Who knows, you might even find yourself enjoying the process and feeling a sense of control over your attention span that you never thought possible. So, let's raise a glass, or a perfectly timed cup of coffee, to the power of peak productivity hours and the beginning of a new era of focus and efficiency. 10. Optimize your environment, creating the perfect focus oasis. Alright, let's be real here folks, we've all been there, trying to tackle an important task or project, only to find ourselves constantly distracted by the clutter on our desk, the noise from the TV in the other room, or the temptation to mindlessly scroll through our phones. It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. No matter how hard we try, the distractions and obstacles just keep weighing us down. Think about the last time you tried to work in a cluttered, chaotic environment. Did you find yourself constantly getting sidetracked, struggling to stay on task, and feeling overwhelmed by the sheer amount of visual and auditory stimuli? It's a frustrating experience that leaves you feeling unproductive, unfocused, and utterly defeated. But what if I told you that the secret to unlocking your full potential for focus and productivity lies right in front of you, or rather all around you? That's right, my friends, it's time to embrace the power of optimizing our environment and creating the perfect focus oasis. Let's be brutally honest here. Our surroundings have a profound impact on our ability to stay focused and productive. From the physical clutter that can overwhelm our senses to the ambient noise that can disrupt our concentration, our environment can either support or sabotage our efforts to stay on task. But here's the good news. By taking the time to optimize your environment and create a space that's conducive to focus and productivity, you're essentially setting yourself up for success. It's like building a fortress around your attention span, shielding it from the constant barrage of distractions and allowing you to fully immerse yourself in the task at hand. by decluttering your workspace, minimizing visual and auditory distractions, and creating a space that's tailored to your specific needs and preferences. You're not only improving your ability to stay focused, but you're also cultivating a sense of calm and clarity that can have a ripple effect on all areas of your life. Now, imagine tackling that same task in a space that's been carefully curated for focus and productivity, a clean, organized desk, minimal noise and distractions, and perhaps even some calming background music or a scented candle to help you stay centered and present. The difference in your productivity and quality of work would be night and day. And let's not forget the real-world examples of successful people who have embraced the power of optimizing their environments. From writers and artists to entrepreneurs and scientists, many high achievers have realized that their surroundings play a crucial role in their ability to stay focused and productive. They understood that by creating a space that supports their goals and minimizes distractions, they were able to tap into a deeper well of concentration and creativity, allowing them to produce their best work. So, my fellow productivity warriors, it's time to embrace the power of optimizing your environment and creating the perfect focus oasis. Trust me, once you experience the clarity and focus that comes with a carefully curated workspace, you'll wonder how you ever survived the chaos and distractions of a cluttered, chaotic environment. Just remember, optimizing your environment is a journey, not a destination. It might take some trial and error to find the perfect combination of elements that work for you, but stick with it, and before you know it, you'll be a productivity powerhouse, knocking out tasks with ease and efficiency that would make even the most seasoned professionals jealous. Who knows, you might even find yourself enjoying the process and feeling a sense of control over your attention span that you never thought possible. So, let's raise a glass, or a perfectly organized to-do list, to the power of optimizing your environment and the beginning of a new era of focus and productivity.